lot of signs and synchronicities and coincidences that just don't feel like coincidences, and you're like, is this real? Like, what is going on in the world? Am I part of some game? Am I being gang stalking is a huge one for chosen ones. I see that a lot on Instagram and Facebook. And actually, one of my really good friends and fellow tarot reader, Tay Lynch, she had to deal with a lot of gang stalking herself, which got quite scary. I myself have been in the midst and middle of some really scary and almost unbelievable to a point things, and it did feel scary. I thought, what's going on? Are people watching me? You know, blah. And it forced me to go down a road that I never in a million years would have expected this to be my path, or this to be where I want to take my career, my future. But having learned all the things that I've learned, I feel I'd be doing the world a disservice if I didn't start speaking my truth and putting it out there that no, you're not nuts, okay? This stuff is happening because of the way that the world has gone now, and the low vibration that has been bombarding us for years has reached a certain level where it's not working anymore. And it's going to take people speaking their truth, speaking their experiences to break this really toxic cycle that we seem to be in at the moment. So if you've gone through or are starting your shadow work journey, or you just don't understand what's going on in the world, I'm here to tell you, like, you're not nuts. And trust me, I do understand. Like, I didn't want to go to doctors. I felt like I couldn't be honest because I know I sound a little bit unhinged sometimes with the things that I speak about. I'm quite lucky to have a very diverse group of friends who kind of get it, and if they don't, they know me well enough to go, no, hang on, you're not nuts and you are making sense. But that took me 6 months of dealing with shit on my own to be able to get to explain it in a way where even if I was questioned, I can come back with that. I can explain that in my own way. It's not going to make sense to everybody, but I do make sense to some people. So, signs and synchronicities. That's where I wanted to take this one. If you are being thrown all of these signs and you're like, what? And they just seem to match up with what you're going through at that time, that is Spirit's way or energy's way of letting you know that you're on the right path, that they are helping you, that you have help from your higher self, the divine, whatever it is you choose to believe in. It does exist. We create our own reality in this world. If you want to believe that we live in a hologram, then you're creating your hologram, right? Within reason, but the universe works for you, not against you, okay? So as long as you can get that centered in your mind, when these things come up, it will make it easier for you to kind of go with it and not question it too much, okay? If these signs are just whatever it is so loud that you're starting to question it all too much, okay? That could be Spirit's way or the energy field or whatever's way of letting you know that you need to start paying attention, okay? The world, as I said, like, the universe works for you, not against you, okay? So because of the way that a lot of us are programmed, and especially if you've gone through traumatic things and you're healing or starting to do some deep inner work and things like that, we do begin to question it too much. And that's when it can become negative, because then it's like, it's just a push and pull between what's there to help you and you questioning everything. And then we end up with a real split between our heart brain and our brain. And then trying to find that middle ground as well is something that takes a fair bit to kind of sync with. And I can understand that better than you could possibly believe if that is something you were going through. I like to say, like, you know, people say there's black and white thinking, right? But what about the gray area? My thinking is very black and white, and then gray, just centered, is my balance, okay? So I do understand the real extremes of both sides, as do a lot of people, and especially when you start diving into this kind of work, it's it can be a very isolating experience. So just know that whatever you're going through today, next week, whenever, if you're overwhelmed and you're feeling like, I can't, like, I'm being positive, I'm doing all the things, I'm changing my energy, I'm drinking my water, I'm sleeping, and everything still seems to be going a bit shit, it will get better, okay? It's all about making sure even our subconscious thoughts, okay, have a huge part to do with our environment and what's happening in our life at the moment. Just know that when you start seeing those signs and synchronicities, that's the universe's way of letting you know that it's with you, that you know, things are gonna start working in your favor. Just have faith. Being grateful, like, I pray every morning. It's up to you, like, however you do that. Gratitude and love are the two highest vibing emotions that we can give off as humans. And although it is really hard to be grateful for having no money, for being stuck, for not advancing in your career, for, you know, all of that stuff, being grateful for the experience as you go through it will help you move past this, okay? Even just practicing saying it to yourself. The other thing, and trust me, I love a good fucking swear word, but even our language has a huge part to do, and you know, the groups and social situations that we get ourselves in, the way that we speak in this world isn't exactly high vibrational, okay? It's not always positive if you put it down to energy, okay? If you look at the vibration in the word shit and then look at it in crap, like, very different. Mad can be, oh yeah, that's mad, or wow, she's mad, you know? Even language like that. So once you become aware of that being in your subconscious and start to shift that way of thinking into more positive, healthier language, I suppose, in better social environments. Like, trust me, I love the pub. I'm a pub girl, I'm a bartender. But even shifting my, you know, Thursday night drinking session to dinner with a mate, that shifts my energy. Okay, so even just changing things like that up a bit, instead of doing your workout routine inside, why don't you just go down to the park? Yeah, you'll feel like a dick, but trust me, you'll feel 10 times better after you do it. I do have a list that I'll add the link here to my booking page for my readings. I do have a free section under that, and there's a checklist for things that you can do to change your energy and shift your vibration, like when you're having a really bad day. I've also got some really cool checklists and organizer type downloads there as well, if anyone's interested, especially my neurodivergents out there who struggle just with basic day-to-day shit, trying to get your goals met, whatever it is. I do have free downloads for that as well. So if you're interested, please shift over to my page and download those. Yeah, I hope this helps someone. Love you guys.